go. I am live. I have to wait because it used to be before that when we're on Mixer, the bot would go, "I've tweeted" when you're live, but I have to tweet, so the bot doesn't do that. So I have to wait patiently for it to appear. Hi, Dan. Well, everyone can watch Reese as well at the same time, using the co-stream thing, if they want to. I've forgotten the name of it, and my co-stream button is set up for Jesse at the moment. Ooh, thank you very much, Paul. Getting closer to that next level Halo. I don't know why Rainmaker's not doing its bot thing, but never mind. Hopefully it's in here. It is in here. We have all the bots. Yeah. Well, hello and welcome to my stream. Today we are playing Jisei. I don't know how you pronounce that. Basically, I looked it up, and because I was trying to find the game to associate it with properly, and it's not quite this version, but apparently there's a trilogy. So that's really cool. It is developed by Sake Visual. I want to say we've played one of their games before, but this is apparently the first game they've developed for the Xbox. It's been published by Ratalaika Games, and they've kindly given me a copy of the game for streaming purposes. So thank you very much for that. It came out on the 22nd of July, so we're slightly behind on this. It's not the newest, actually. There is one more called Nicole, which is also in the list to stream. The trouble is, I have a little bit of a backlog of a list of things to stream. So I'm just trying to get through it. And, you know, make sure I've got as much variety as possible. Whilst also giving all of the games as much love as they deserve, because, you know, all of the games, nearly all of the games that I stream are pretty damn good, and the rest of them are kind of okay, but most of them are really damn good. So yeah, I want to make sure that they get the love that they deserve. So we have today, let's do slightly less music. We have, oh no, they have voices already. Oh dear. I can toggle the voices. I'm really sad. I thought this was going to be a silly voice stream, but it may actually have its own voices. But anyway, without much further ado, I will just do a, where are we? Hi SK! Just do a shout out. I think that's how that works. There we go. Ooh. Thank you very much, Jessie, for the resub. Why is Rainmaker not saying anything about that? I shall let them know. But yeah, without much further ado, we have, no, I forgot to put my green screen up. Hang on. Pro streamer me, you get a sort of a shot of half of my very untidy living room. I'm in the midst of doing a big clean, so I ache like Billy O. Cleaning is hard. Oh, thanks for the host, Alkesh. So yeah. Okay, I can't hear. How are we on volume? There should be some plinky plonky music. I might turn up the level a little bit. There we go. So hopefully you can hear me and some music. Oh, it looks like I might be able to do some voices. Okay. Whoever said that your life flashes before your eyes when you die should be shot. Your house has never been clean. Yay, you hear me and tinkles. Well... The foster kitties have gone, and my spare room looked like a tornado hit it. Though probably not a good choice of words. It looked like a box had several boxes had been shredded, tossed everywhere like confetti, litter scattered, and cat hair everywhere. So I had to clean. Because my parents are coming and my mum is less good with cat hair than I am. So it had to be cleaned. But shoulders ache, my butt aches, my leg aches. It's like, why do we ache so much? Bah. But yes, okay, so we read that one. Then maybe he'd see what it was really like. When you die, there are only two things. The first is the sudden and terrifying realization that you are dying. The second thing is the final wish. As a person dies, there's always one last thing they wish they could do before they pass on. Sometimes it's as simple as wanting to say goodbye to a loved one. But usually it's a wish full of pain and regret. It's a wish for a life lived better, an angry word taken back, or a promise kept. A wish that will never be granted. Yeah, death sucks. Every single time. But I've experienced so many, I'm kind of numb to the whole thing by now. Okay, so as an opening for a game, I'm going to go with this has got me hooked already. I knew there was a murder, obviously, as there's a dead person on the floor. Spoiler, you're shot with a gun, it tends to be murder. And I knew it was a new visual novel by Ratalaika, published by Ratalaika. But this seems to be some kind of, I don't know, reincarnation something or other, I don't know. Many deaths, experienced many deaths. This is it's almost, well, it's probably not going to be zero escape level timey-wimey, but yeah, you know, that's not to say I'm comfortable with it. I'm just used to it. After all, experiencing death is the story of my life. Sake Visual presents Jisei. I think it's Jisei. I'm hoping someone says it.
Can you hear me? Relive my dying moments.
Our song glides the wind, the words echo, falling on deaf ears. The translation is lost in a deep.
I like the music.
It's a mystery.
The desperate lyrics unveil the wise and golden, but still no resolution.
Chance Jackson. Jennifer Bergstrom. Mikolaj Gursky. Kazaki Sutani. I may have missed the name at the beginning because I was beating a cushion into submission. But there should be a Jisei somewhere, right? That's the titular character, isn't it? Oh, my right shoulder. Oh, really hurts. Where am I? I blink, slowly, trying to get my bearings. This place doesn't look familiar. Then again, it's been 3 years since anything has looked familiar to me. I yawn as my mind slowly clears. The room I'm in is filled with the scent of freshly ground coffee. I hear something. A machine. Steam? Right, I'm in a coffee shop in some city called Edgewater. It's my second day in this city. Judging from the empty cup on the table in front of me, I stopped here for a coffee because I was getting sleepy. And then I fell asleep. Typical. I guess even a triple shot mocha latte isn't enough to keep me up these days. I wonder if I should get another one. Why not? I head over to the counter. No one else is in line since it's still afternoon. The girl at the counter grins as soon as she sees me.
Did you have a nice nap?
Okay. Oh, thanks for the host, Dave. So, this is obviously the character, and clearly I get to voice this character. So, should we do a city voice? Should we try with the whole, like, Scottish, Welsh, Irish, slightly northern mishmash? Or... because it's got to be something I can keep up. I didn't do too badly with Shiba Inu. The narrator's usually my voice. Any preference? Welsh. Welsh, okay. Apologies in advance to Gary if you ever see this. Morgan Freeman for the narrator. I can't just do a random voice on command, Dan. Have you heard? I mean, you've heard my streams, right? We can attempt. You want Cockney? Oh God. Oh, I'm fairly passable at Scottish. But anything else just tends to go a bit awry. Cangochlin. What else is Welsh? Welsh. No, I'm not sure I can do a reliable Welsh. I can do kinda Gaelic. All the women are Welsh, all the men are Cockney. Ugh. You don't mind the accent, Alkesh. That's fine. I was just like, I probably shouldn't have asked. It's like, ugh. I think I'm just going to be voicing the main character and the narrator. I don't even know what Morgan Freeman sounds like, actually. I'm not sure I could do... I'm very bad at, like, preparing an accent. Cockney is more or less my natural accent. Thank you very much. I don't actually have an accent. Or if I do, it's Midlands. I may have lived in London, but I ain't Cockney. Don't ask me what that was. That was not an accent. Yes. Mine's Midlands with a touch of Canadian. Welsh. I'm trying to... Okay, so it'll probably end up being Scottish again, but I'll try with a Welsh. So you saw me?
Don't worry, you weren't snoring or anything. But I'd wipe that drool off your face if I were you.
What?
I'm kidding. You're fine.
She laughs and winks at me.
So, what can I get for you? Whoa, are you okay?
Yeah.
You look like you want to hurl.
If you've even stayed overnight in London, you're Cockney. Oh, now Cockney is a specific type of Londoner. Paul's more Cockney than I am. At least he grew up here. I've just lived here since 2006. 14 years. That's a long time. But London doesn't really have an accent. But yeah, I've never thought of myself as having an accent. But I did have a conversation with one of Daisy's friends? Yeah, it was one of Daisy's friends. Cockney is not the same as received pronunciation, is it? No. Cockney is like rhyming slang type, you know. Like Oliver Twist's like kids were Cockney, I think. But yeah, no, I had a conversation with one of Daisy's friends. Like right at the very beginning of lockdown, we were doing, I don't know, some online game thing or just having a lockdown party. You know, back when it was just, oh, this is a new thing. Oh, well, I probably have an English accent in the sense that, you know, my voice is English rather than American or whatever. Yeah, Dick Van Dyke in Mary Poppins is Cockney. Yeah. Received pronunciation or like Queen's English, you know, it's all different things. It's like my accent's fairly neutral if I have an accent beyond English. But yeah, it was like one of Daisy's friends, and he was like, you're from the Midlands, aren't you? And I'm like, yes. Oh yeah, Dick Van Dyke's accent was, I think, very terrible as well, but it was an illustration of what Cockney. I was trying to do a Dick Van Dyke accent in one of the voice things I've done. It was possibly a Phoenix Wright was trying to go for Cockney. I did not succeed. I was trying to make Detective Gumshoe Cockney. I don't know why. Just because, you know, I felt he should be Cockney. It was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. So, yeah. I'll try with Welsh. But I don't think it's as pronounced as my Scottish one. But yes, we'll just go for general Gaelic area. Like, something or other. I'd try for Geordie, but nah, I can't. But yes, I look like one of hurl apparently. Why am I feeling this now? There shouldn't be any reason.
Hey, if you're not feeling well, the bathrooms are down that hallway.
Yeah, thanks. I grab the counter for support and stumble off in the direction she's pointing. My head is hurting even more now. If I'm feeling this sick, it can only mean one thing. Someone has died! Dun dun dun! As I walk down the hallway, I see the door to the woman's bathroom is wide open. You are kidding, right? I wish this were a joke, but the incessant throbbing in my head tells me otherwise. Lying on the tile floor of the women's bathroom is the corpse of a woman. I enter the restroom, gagging at the smell of the restroom's flowery perfume and disinfectant. Iron earned and iron earn all sound the same. Iron earn and iron earn. Which one's that? Baltimore. Is that Baltimore? Oh god, yes! Because I watched Hairspray the other day. And John Travolta doing a Baltimore accent is priceless. Because he's doing the earning. Yeah. Yeah. But yes, iron earned and iron earn. Yeah. I mean, that's quite a depressing sentence, really. An iron earn. But yeah. I do not profess to be any good at accents. I can pick a random accent to attempt to differentiate my character voices, but I do not pretend to be good at them. I am just entertaining, and they have then become my silly voices. Or my bad accents when Dan is feeling particularly vicious. Alright. Disinfectant. I hate the smell of disinfectant. It makes me want to vomit. Okay. There is a knife. What happened to the gunshot at the beginning? What would be the point in doing accents if I was good at them? Well, I could get a job doing them, you see. If I was good at them. They pay for that sort of thing. Entertainment. Yes, you said that in Reese's stream as well. It's equally as funny now, you saying it. The knife sticking out of her chest doesn't make me terribly optimistic about what I'm about to do next. Jesus Christ, dude, what are you about to do next? And also, why is she stabbed? I hope she died quickly. Otherwise, this is going to wind up being very unpleasant. I glance around quickly to make sure no one is looking before I reach forward and touch her arm. I brace myself for the sudden pain in my chest, but it never comes. I can't breathe. I try to open my mouth, but it refuses to open. Something's on my face. I want to tear it away, but someone is holding me down. I'm going to die. I'm going to die. I only wish that... As I open my eyes, instinctively I gasp for air. I know I wasn't actually suffocating, but it's still a reflex. The more often you make a joke, the funnier it becomes. It's a joke. Okay, you see? I believe I have said many times, I find it incredibly hard to find out, to see when people are joking. I mean, I realise you don't actually mean that my accents are atrocious. It's just a joke. I'm also exceedingly good at sarcasm considering I cannot detect it. At least I think that's sarcasm. I'm not sure. Anyway, so apparently we suffocated, we weren't stabbed, which is interesting. Ooh, I also want a muffin. Possibly cinnamon roll. I think it's appropriate that there's a cinnamon roll on the poster. But yes, my brain always remembers the pain of every death I experience, even though none of them are mine. Oh, this makes more sense than him being reincarnated. He can somehow experience people's deaths. That's interesting. I wonder if he can grant them their last wishes. I'm suddenly aware of someone staring at me from the hallway.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything. A woman is standing behind me, staring in horror at the dead body lying on the restroom floor. Yes, I know you mean the accents are atrocious. I agree with you. But yeah. Thanks for the host, Jess. Okay, so the hosting notifications are working. Someone's going to have to follow me to check that. The resub doesn't seem to be working. It's tricky to know what's what with these things. I mean, it's not the end of the world because the share thing still works, but... I've run another remote. I just haven't had the energy, as you can tell with the yawns. I've been spring cleaning, but yes, I need to figure out what to do for another remote. I could just move the cat in and then that's it, but I don't know. Kind of like still having the idea of rotating them, but yes, I didn't. Wait! I sigh and hang my head. This is not going to end well. Then again, it never does.
Hey, kid, move away from the body.
I wonder if we can get arrested and charged for murder, even though we didn't do it. A man strides briskly down the hallway towards me. His voice and demeanour are sharp, fluid, and commanding. Even without the uniform, it's obviously some kind of man of the law. Considering what he's wearing, I'd guess police officer. I'm sorry, officer. I promise I didn't move anything. He looks surprised.
Officer?
Oh, you're not? Sorry. My dad was a police officer and you look kinda like him. I mean, you carry yourself in the same way.
Your dad was an officer? Which precinct?
He sounds skeptical. I guess I can't blame him. I don't remember. It was a while back when we still lived in Los Angeles. He raises a knowing eyebrow as if he's just caught me in a lie, but he doesn't comment on it.
I see. Well, why don't you come with me?
Sure. I followed the officer back into the main area of the shop. The woman who first saw me is standing by one of the tables looking shaken. I mean, we found the dead body. I guess because we touched the dead body, but we could have been checking for a pulse. Though the giant knife in her chest would have given it away, I guess. Dunno. The only other people in the shop are the girl who works here and a guy who looks like he's in college.
Excuse me, everyone. I'd like your attention for a moment. I'm Detective Mikolai Gursky.
Mikolai Gursky. Mikolai Gursky. Awesome. The detective pauses for a moment. It looks like he's trying to choose his words carefully.
Unfortunately, a dead body has just been discovered on this premises.
What? But how? I mean, who?
Unfortunately, I don't know anything about the situation yet. Because of this, I'm going to have to ask you all to stay here until the police come.
You are the police. You're probably off duty, though.
Until they come? You mean the police aren't here yet? What about you?
I'm technically not on duty right now, I just happen to be here.
Caffeine addiction.
I see.
If you don't mind, I'd like to speak with each of you separately for just a little bit. It'll help move the investigation along if I can start collecting information now. Is that okay?
Sure. Anything to help.
Yeah, it's okay with me.
Yes. It's fine.
What about you, kid?
That's fine with me.
Right. Then we'll start with you. Come with me, please.
Detective Gursky motions for me to follow him to the hallway away from the rest of the coffee shop. As we walk down the hallway, I can't help but stare at the body in the bathroom. Detective Gursky glances at me and gently kicks the door of the bathroom. It swings in, bounces gently off the wall, closing with a soft thud.
How are you feeling?
Fine, I guess.
You just saw a dead body and you're fine?
He frowns at me.
Never mind. Let's just start with your name.
I'd rather not say.
Why not?
Because I'd rather not.
An officer of the law is asking you a question.
Then I plead the fifth.
The Fifth Amendment is only applicable to testifying under oath in a court of law or other tribunal.
Then I invoke my Miranda rights. Detective Gursky stares at me impassively. It's hard to tell what he's thinking, but I doubt he's pleased.
Fine, no name then. Why don't you tell me what happened today?
You mean about when I found the body?
Anything you think is pertinent.
Well, excuse me. Well, I came in here around noon today. I ordered a coffee, drank it, and then fell asleep.
You fell asleep after you drank a triple shot mocha latte?
How do you know what I drank? Detective Gursky nods at the empty cup on the table where I was sleeping.
Saw you snoozing when I came in. The mocha latte checkbox is checked off on the side of the cup, and the maroon sleeve around the cup is only used for triple shots.
Clever boy.
I am a detective, you know.
Oh, okay, he's a cute detective. I've decided I'm going to like him. And a serious one at that. He's even reading my drinks when he's off duty. Well, I woke up about 10 minutes ago, I guess, maybe less. Gursky glances at the clock on the wall.
So, around 2:40, you'd say?
I guess so. I was just trying to get another drink when I suddenly started to feel sick.
Ah, yes, I did see you looking a little ill when you were at the counter.
The girl at the counter told me I should go to the bathroom, and then when I went, I saw the body lying there.
What were you doing in the women's bathroom?
The door was already open. I saw her from the hallway.
Did you touch her?
Even if I say no, they'll probably find my prints on her anyway. Yes.
And why were you touching her?
I wanted to see if she was okay. I didn't know she was dead at the time. The detective nods understandingly, but I doubt he believes me. Any idiot could have seen the knife in that woman's chest from at least 10 feet away.
Is there anything else you'd like to say?
There's something weird about all of this, but maybe I should keep it to myself for now. What do we think, chat? Do we want to say that she was stabbed but she was actually strangled or suffocated? Because that's gonna totally implicate us. Or say not really and have him doubt us and know that we're lying. I don't see a good choice about this, but I also kind of want to see if we control him and get ourselves arrested. I'm from the Welsh quarter of County Cork. Is that in Wales? Always tell the truth. Okay, right, let's go with always tell the truth. I can do that. Is that selected? Okay. I think there's something suspicious about this death.
There's a dead woman with a knife in her chest. Suspicious goes without saying. But what makes you think this is suspicious?
Just a gut feeling.
I see. Anything else?
Where is County Cork then? What accent am I doing? To be fair, I do watch a Welsh streamer and I should know what Welsh accent sounds like. But this is what I've settled on apparently for this guy. But my geography is not. Hang on, County Cork, is that not an island? Am I doing Irish instead? Oh dear. Oh well. At least it's, you know, west of England. It's close enough, right? No.
Then please wait in the main area.
Sure. Detective Gursky follows me and turns to the rest of the people in the coffee shop.
Would anyone like to go next?
I'll go.
The woman raises her hand timidly, and Detective Gursky nods at her.
Then follow me.
If there's any consolation, I'm not doing Irish well. Good. Good. I'd hate to do an accent well. It was funnier when I was watching Downton Abbey and everything went really posh. I forget what I was... What was I playing when I was doing the really posh accent? Oh god, I forget. It was like last year. But it really did influence. Yeah, when I just do like silly voices, it works a little better. But mostly it's I've got one character and a narrator, so I'm limited here. I sink down into one of the chairs and close my eyes. This doesn't make any sense. The woman in the restroom has a knife in her chest, no doubt. But in my vision, she was being suffocated. Then again, my vision did cut off before it finished. That woman interrupted me. I wish I could read the body again, but I'm sure to get caught even if I try to get close to the body. Somehow it doesn't really seem worth the risk. I guess I'll just have to approach this from a different angle. Ooh! Ooh! Hello. Examine room. The cafe is small and clean with a series of paintings on the wall and a display stand featuring expensive bags of coffee. To the side there's a hallway that leads to the bathrooms. There's also a kitchen in the back, but I can't see it from here. Talk. Well, this is very much more like Phoenix Wright. If I get an inventory, you reckon I can count? I can submit it as a point and click. The girl who works at the shop is sitting a few tables away from me, staring at the ground. She looks up and notices that I'm looking in her direction.
Surreal, isn't it?
Huh?
Knowing you're in the same building as a dead body, I mean.
She smiles apologetically at me.
By the way, my name's Chance.
Chance? That sounds like such a fake name. What should I ask? You have a rather unusual name. Do you know anything about the woman who died? Do you think the killer is still around? I mean, if she's not seen the body, how would she know who the woman who died is? Unless she saw the customer, but surely she should have noticed someone went to the loo and never came back. I also really want a chocolate bar. Should we insult her name? I mean, yeah. Or should we just go with, do you think the killer is still around? Because that's kind of terrifying thought. What do we think? The whole 2-3 second delay rather than FTL is irritating. If no one has any offers bounty, will you stop offering me the bounty, please? They are one of the worst chocolate bars because coconut is horrible to me. I have whispers in the fridge. When there's a tea break, I shall get myself a whisper. Let's just go with, do you know anything about the woman? Do you know anything about the woman who died?
Nothing comes to mind. I saw her go to the bathroom earlier, but I wasn't paying attention.
There we go.
Still, I think I would have recognized her if she was someone I knew.
I just scratched my leg. Ow. Do you remember what time you saw her?
Maybe around 2 o'clock? I'm not sure.
Well, I was asleep, so come on. What makes you think it was 2 o'clock?
Well, my shift starts around then, and she came in a little bit after I did. She looked like a secretary, so I thought it was weird that she'd come during working hours.
I see. Do you think the colour is still around?
I sure hope not.
Chance shivers.
I don't know why he'd stick around anyway. Doesn't a murderer usually run after he kills someone?
Or she? Good point. Okay. You have a rather unusual name. She laughs.
I get that a lot. The truth is, I changed my name. My parents named me Bertha.
Yeah, I would change my name too.
That's not exactly a good name for a famous singer.
You're a famous singer?
Not yet, but I want to be. I know it's a crazy dream, but I'm willing to take the chance. That's why I chose that name. Get it? Chance? I'm pretty cheesy, huh?
Maybe not cheesy, but I think the name Bertha actually means famous. So, really, you had a good name in the first place?
Really? I didn't know that. You're pretty smart.
Not particularly. I just like to pay attention to names and what they mean.
That's cool. I know someone just like you.
I seriously doubt that.
I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
Hi, Detective Gertzky. Detective Gertzky approaches us. The woman he was speaking with trails closely behind him. As soon as she sees me, she quickly looks away.
Nope, not interrupting anything.
Then do you mind coming with me?
Not at all.
Chance waves at me before hurrying off after Detective Gertzky. I hope she's going to tell him that I was sound asleep at my table, and I could not have possibly killed the poor woman. About earlier?
Don't touch me.
The woman glares at me, her eyes laced with disgust.
I saw what you did.
I didn't do anything. I just found her like that. The woman frowns at me.
Just don't speak to me.
She sits down and folds her arms, glaring at me from across the room. I guess I should leave her alone. Across the room, the college boy is typing away on his laptop. He pauses to glance at a pile of notes on the table next to him. He's still doing homework at a time like this? He looks up and we briefly make eye contact.
Is something wrong?
Not really. You just look calm, all things considered. He glances to the side nervously.
Actually, I'm pretty freaked out. But it hasn't really set in, you know? Part of me is hoping this is all just a hidden camera show or something.
It'd be a lot nicer if that were the case.
I'm sorry. You're the one who found the body, right?
Yeah. He's silent for a moment.
Is it scary? Seeing a dead body, I mean.
I guess most people would be pretty terrified to see a dead body, especially one that's obviously been murdered. Yeah.
You look pretty calm too, you know?
Oh, I guess I do.
My name's Kazaki. What about you?
Kazaki. I'd rather not. Kazaki blinks and stares off into the distance for a moment. It looks like he's spacing out. Are you okay?
Huh? Oh yeah, I'm fine.
He laughs nervously before smiling warmly at me.
It's okay if you don't want to say your name.
What should I ask? Start with this. So what are you doing here anyway?
Studying.
He nods at the pile of papers scattered across the table.
I have an exam soon, and I come here a lot since it's a quiet place with no distractions.
Just, you know, a dead body or two. He sighs.
So much for that.
He has an exam, and he's probably in college after all. What's the exam on? What's the exam on?
Huh?
I glance at the papers scattered across the table. They're covered in notes written in Japanese. Japanese?
Yeah, Japanese.
He doesn't sound terribly confident. Can you remember anything about the woman who died?
I'm afraid I was pretty caught up in my work. I didn't really notice much about anyone else.
Nothing at all?
Well, I think she may have been looking for someone. When she came in, she looked around a bit like she was expecting to see someone. I remember wondering if she was looking for you, and you just didn't notice her because you were asleep.
Wow, is there anyone in this coffee shop who didn't watch me sleep? Do you think the killer is still here? Kazaki suddenly turns pale.
Killer? I thought she died from a heart attack or something.
Oh dear.
No, this is even worse.
Oh, I'm sorry. He looks like he's about to stop crying. Start crying. Oh.
What if the murderer is still here?
Hi,
What
Daisy.
if we're all going to be picked off one by one until there's no one left?
I doubt that's going to happen. We have a detective. We have a very cute detective here. It's okay. I really don't think that's the case. Besides, it's not as if we're trapped on a remote island or anything. I point at Kazaki's laptop. You're even connected to the internet.
Oh yeah.
He suddenly looks a lot more relieved.
I guess I overreacted.
There's a daisy! A wild daisy appears. No kidding.
But it's still really creepy to think that someone was killed here. I hope that detective figures it out soon.
Your turn, kid.
Am I the cute detective? Sadly not. This is the cute detective, Detective Gursky. Mikolai Gursky. I am... well, we don't know our name, but the title of the game is Jisei. Or something like that. I don't know how you pronounce it. So I think that we're them. But we seem to be able to experience people's deaths by touching them, which is intriguing so far. It's got me hooked. I'm slowly merging with the sofa here. Kazaki looks up surprised.
Oh, right.
How are you doing, Daisy? He quickly shuffles a few of his notes around into a neat pile before he stands up. Out of the corner of my eye, I see the woman from earlier is still glaring at me. Hey? Indeed, creepy.
I thought I told you not to speak to me.
Listen, I don't know what you thought you saw, but that woman was already dead when I found her.
Don't take me for a fool.
I want to be reasonable with her, but she's being so difficult. If you just thought about it, you wouldn't think that, or you are a fool. I mean... I feel like they're both telling the truth within the realms of Dan's instructions. One is slightly more rude. I kind of want to tell her she's a fool, though. Oh, I really wish I could stop yawning. Why is it when I sit down I start yawning? Preferences. I mean, this is truth and not rude. Let's try for truth but not rude. If you just thought about it, you wouldn't think that. Oh, hello. Peacemaker! I got an achievement for it, so clearly that was the right decision. It's Sorry, Daisy, you were just a second too late. Sorry. If you just thought about it, you wouldn't think that. If I had actually killed that woman, don't you think I'd have tried to stop you? Or at least run away? Instead, I waited around and even spoke with that detective. She doesn't respond. Really? You're gonna discount me just like that?
Fine, I'll bite. What's your side of the story?
I already told you. I found her like that.
That's nice. Now don't talk to me.
You don't believe me.
Sure don't. If you can actually show me proof, then maybe I'll listen to you.
Interrogating him yourself, Miss Bergstrom?
Detective Gursky approaches with a hint of a smile on his lips. It's hard to tell if he's actually amused or just hiding his annoyance.
He wanted to talk to me.
If you don't mind, I'd like to speak with him.
Sure, do as you please.
She shrugs and walks away. I follow Detective Gursky off to the side.
Are you sure talking with your main accuser was really a good idea?
What? Hi, Mr. Corners.
You do realize that she's convinced you're the murderer, right? Acting like that only makes you look more suspicious.
Sorry, Detective QC. Yeah, well.
And I have to be honest, a lot of the evidence points towards you already.
Ooh, thank you very much, Mr. Corners. Lots of resubs today because it's a month. I guess things are rolling over. Ew, what on earth did I managed to bash my arm? I've got 2 new bruises. No, 3 new bruises. One of them's just not come up green yet. But I've like whomped my arm on something and it feels like the skin is really sore. I'm like, what the hell have I done? Cleaning's dangerous. Really, really dangerous. Oh, evidence.
You were the first at the scene, and you even admitted to touching the body. There's not much that votes for your innocence.
But all the evidence you have is only circumstantial.
I can hold you for 48 hours before charging you with a crime. That's enough time to find more evidence.
Ugh, sometimes I hate that law. Sounds very American, right? I know, but I didn't do it.
If you really want me to believe you, you're going to have to be a lot more cooperative. Obviously, you're interested in clearing your name, whatever it may be.
I needed to decat the spare room so my mum doesn't, you know, like, suffocate. And that sort of extended into getting the pile of dust out of my room so I could, you know, see my books that I bought. So, you know. I might even tackle the shelves in here if I'm feeling, you know, brave. But yeah. I also got a cool new mini vacuum, which I wanted to see whether it'd be any good with the curtains and the sofa, so, you know, that's always fun. But yeah, it's like, I think it's just lugging the vacuum around. It's just, this is why I got Bob, but this was too much for Bob. So I had to use my heavy duty one, and yeah, I think that is actually why. Except that, no, why is my right shoulder hurting if I vacuum with my left hand? 'Cause I'm left-handed. You were going with it being Jisei? What? I don't get you, Jesse. Also, hi. What? You were going with it? Are you trying to make a pun and I'm just not getting it? Sorry. Oh, the name of the game. Ah, Jisei. What did I say? Jisei sounds reasonable. Did I say Jisei? Possibly. I don't know. I'm kind of hoping someone says his name because that part's voiced. Because parts of them are voiced, I'm hoping someone says his name so that I can pronounce it correctly. Because at the moment, I mean, Jisei sounds reasonable. Definitely. Yeah. Oh, have you played this then? Does no one say his name? Because that's really bad if no one says his name. Yeah, Jinsei, if there was a... Yeah, but it's not. So, maybe Jisei. Dunno. Hopefully we'll find out. If not, then... At least I know how to say Gursky.
It works better if you work with me, not against me.
I will definitely... But I want to work against you. You want my help? He frowns. Oh, you started for Bean Dive. Okay, fair enough. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Not particularly, but I don't have many options right now. I could tell you to sit this out and let the professionals handle this, but then you just go behind my back.
I probably would. You have 10k points saved now. Cool. You get to pick the next game, though there is a queue now. There is a queue. I will add you to the queue. Obviously within reason. It is not a binding contract, whatever Dan wants to say. But yes, if for whatever reason I cannot play the game that someone picks, then the points get refunded. But also, yeah, the side effect of doing all the cleaning is that my hands have basically gone... all the moisture's gone. I keep on forgetting to moisturize them. Also, why is my my phone keeps on lighting up like I've got a new message? But yeah, no, the dust aggravates my eczema as well as everything else, so that's fun. But luckily, visual novels do not require too much energetic controller usage. Though I was saying earlier, Jessie, I don't know whether you caught it, because it had like a move and an examine, like Phoenix Wright, and I was like, ooh, if I get an inventory, I'm submitting point and click as a genre change. Jisei. Hang on. I don't know how to pronounce J-E-E other than G. Jisei. Okay. Yeah, this is a trilogy. So I'm hoping they bring the other ones out as well, if they're all sort of like... It feels like very sort of Phoenix Wright-y, sort of that sort of thing. Though obviously without the objections. Sort of like a supernatural Phoenix Wright. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm just hoping that... Seriously, I've not got any new emails and I didn't get a new achievement. Stop popping up with a thing, okay? Stupid phone. I swear it's possessed. But it's just like, every time it lights up I think, oh, I've got a message, and I look. I do not have a message. Okay.
I'd rather have you where I can keep an eye on you. So I'll let you talk around, but you have to tell me everything you learn.
Okay.
And for the record, this isn't a free pass to conduct your own investigation. I'm only saying you can talk with the others. Got it?
Got it, Detective Cutie. Well, it looks like I have a little bit slack for now, but even if he says that, it's not like he's given me any useful information to go off of. Well, we already examined the room. Can we talk to anyone else? Okay. Chance notices me looking at her. She giggles and waves at me.
How's it going?
You got changed?
Yeah, I called my manager and he said I should close for the day.
She
So
looks
there's really
cool.
no point in wearing my uniform anymore. But never mind that. How did it go?
How did what go?
Talking with that detective, of course. Did he say anything?
Is it okay to say that I'm supposed to question everyone? I think in this case, nothing in particular is the truth. Because he didn't specifically say her. I'm just gonna go with nothing in particular. I'm a wuss. I'm not gonna alarm her. Nothing in particular. He just wanted me to not bother him.
What do you mean by bothering him?
It's me. So. Ooh, did you know that anything suspicious about Kazaki?
Who?
That college kid.
Oh, is that his name? I've never seen him before.
Really? He says that he comes here all the time.
He does? I'm pretty sure I haven't seen him before. Maybe he usually comes at some other time?
Ooh. Yeah, maybe.
But I don't recall him doing anything weird. He came in, set up, and spent all his time working on homework.
Bergstrom. Did you notice anything suspicious about Miss Bergstrom?
You mean that woman who looks like she's mad at you?
Yeah, her.
Well, she definitely looked like she was in a hurry. Then again, she always does.
She comes here often?
All the time. And she always looks like she's in a hurry. I guess she's a busy woman.
Do you know what she does for a living?
I'm pretty sure she works for Biodev Imaging. It's just down the street, so a lot of people who work there like to come by here. I'm afraid I don't know exactly what she does, though.
Ooh. Ooh, Evans remains. Nice. Okay. End conversation. Evans remains looks good. I need to have a look at that one as well. I guess that's all I want to talk about for now.
Alright.
Talk to Angry Lady. Miss Bergstrom is stood across the room from me, brooding. Oh boy, this is not going to be easy. Ooh! Thank you very much, Daisy. For some reason, yeah, all my notifications aren't working. It's really weird. Just the hosting. Like, the donation one should have popped up. But thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Extra life donation, obviously, in case no one knew what I was saying about. It's not happening till November, but, you know, awareness is good. Mind you, it's suddenly August. How the hell is it August? So November is just going to be like that upon me, I'm assuming, at some point. So yes, she wasn't willing to give me the benefit of the doubt earlier at all. I approach her carefully, holding my hands out in an attempt to show that I mean her no harm. Hey?
What do you want?
I just wanted to talk, try to figure out what happened. She doesn't look convinced. Yeah, you should be in the bar as well when it comes up. I'm going to have a check now. Maybe I need to relink it. Oh, thanks for the host, Mr. Cornus. Yeah, maybe I need to relink it, because obviously it used to be StreamJar and now it's Rainmaker. So it may be that I need to relink stuff. Oh no! No, it says no recent donations. Yeah, I'm going to have to tell them that that's broken. They just love it when I let them know about bugs. How much Chariot is there going to be this year? Well, so far, 0 Chariot. 0 Chariot. There will be Overcooked 2, or Overcooked, if the new Overcooked is out, the like special edition compilation for the X. There may be Overcooked. But there will be some kind of cooperative cooking and food fights. Other than that, I have not decided what I'm playing because it's not October yet. I will decide in October. More likely I will decide the week before because you know me, I'm not that organised. Look, there are other people here. Nothing's going to happen to you. I just want to ask a few questions.
Why are you even doing this?
why the matter is complicated. How do I explain it? I want to find the killer. I want to prove I'm innocent. I mean, I want both. But I think... that one is more likely to convince her that I'm not a psychopath. I want to prove I'm innocent. After a moment of silence, she lets out a long sigh.
I guess it's okay then. What do you want to know?
Did you notice anything suspicious about Kazaki?
I assume you mean that boy over there? He hasn't done anything that seems out of the ordinary. I can't really say one way or another, though.
Oh, sorry. Did you notice anything suspicious about Chance?
That
Ooh.
barista? She's a sweet girl, if not a little unrealistic. She'll talk about her dream of being a singer to anyone who will listen.
Oh,
She often gets livid when anyone says anything that doesn't coincide with her dream. But she's very cheerful otherwise.
interesting. Livid?
She once tossed hot coffee at a customer for insulting her voice.
Wow.
He only got a few burns on his arm, but I'm pretty sure she was aiming for his face.
Interesting. And she didn't get fired for that?
The whole thing was settled out of court, and the owner of this place is her father, so naturally she got to keep her job. Honestly, kids these days just get everything handed to them on a silver platter. It's wholly frustrating.
Okay. Alright. That's all I need for now.
I see.
Okay, she seems less angry at me now. Okay, let's see what Kazaki has to say. I look over at Kazaki. He's still typing away at his computer. I guess even being at the scene of a murder is an excuse to turn in homework late.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
It looked like Detective Gursky was lecturing you about something. He's a pretty imposing guy.
Is he? It seems to me like he's just doing his job.
I guess I'm just worried he's gonna arrest me or something.
Have you done something? Does he have a reason to arrest you?
What? No, of course not. I was just saying.
His face flushes red as if he's terribly embarrassed to even think about being arrested. He must be one of those good kids who always follows the rules and never gets into trouble. Enviable. Not really. Sounds boring. What should I ask him? Did you notice anything suspicious about Chance?
The girl who works here? She wouldn't do anything.
Are you sure?
Of course, she works here after all.
That didn't answer my question.
Well, if you're wondering if I saw her do anything weird, I didn't. She was cleaning the espresso machines for a while. She didn't look too happy about that. Then she went into the back kitchen, so I didn't see her anymore.
Oh, interesting. If she were in the kitchen, then she could have gone to the bathroom without you seeing her, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Interesting. Excuse me. Did you notice anything suspicious about Miss Bergstrom?
I'm afraid I didn't see her come in. I was busy working at the time. I didn't notice anything until I heard her scream.
Cool. That's all for now.
Cool.
Okay, so now we've talked to everyone and we've examined the room. Move. Where can we move to? Hallway. As I head towards the hallway, I can hear Detective Gursky speaking on the phone with someone.
According to her ID badge, her name is Sarah Blackmore. She works for a nearby company called Biodev Imaging.
We know who works there. Yeah, Biodev Imaging. Isn't that where Miss Bergstrom works? I wonder if they knew each other. I peer around the corner to get a better look. He doesn't look very pleased.
I really can't be sure. When will the crime scene investigators get down here? I see. Well, get here as soon as possible, then.
He hangs up before letting out a frustrated sigh. As he does, he sees me looking at him.
Whoa, how long have you been there?
About
How
3
much of
seconds.
that conversation did you hear?
I'm gonna be honest. The part about Sarah and Biodev Imaging?
So, pretty much everything, then.
I guess so.
And do you have anything useful to tell me?
What should we say? All of these things. Let's go with Miss Bergstrom works. Miss Bergstrom works for Biodev Imaging. Chance told me that a lot of people who work there like to come here to eat.
Do you know what Miss Bergstrom does at Biodev Imaging?
I don't know. No.
It probably wouldn't hurt to ask her.
I will go and ask her then. Chance said she saw Sarah come in here around 2 o'clock.
Interesting. So Sarah must have been killed sometime between 2 o'clock and 2:40.
Hi, Reese.
The first thing to do is see if anyone has an alibi for that time period then.
Kazaki says he comes here all the time, but Chance claims she's never seen him.
Do you think he's lying?
I don't know. He seems honest enough, but he could very well be pretending.
Why don't you test him then? If he really comes here often, he'll be able to answer questions about this place without any problems.
Cool. I guess so. Chance. Oh dear, sorry. Chance has some pretty explosive anger issues. She tried to burn a guy with hot coffee because he insulted her voice.
Really? I'd hate to be that guy. Still, one act of violence doesn't make her a murderer. It might be worth looking into it though, if you can find a way to be tactful about it.
Tactful. That's my middle name. It's totally not my middle name. Okay. I don't really have much more I can tell you.
I see.
Okay. Examine. There are a couple of trendy paintings hanging on the wall. The only other things in the hallway are me and Detective Gursky. Okay. Alright. Move. Ooh, hello. Can I go to the bathroom now? Because I was going to throw up before, so, you know. Looks like the women's restroom. Well, except for the dead body. Actually, it looks like there's an emergency exit in here. It's the kind that only opens from the inside. I bet the killer could have slipped out here without being seen by anyone in the coffee shop. Interesting. Can we move to the ladies' restroom? I don't think I'm allowed in there with a dead body. Ah, damn it. Okay. Right, move. Main area. I head back to the main area to investigate some more, but as I do, I hear a strange voice echoing through the hallway.
Hey, detective, you should really watch your step.
What? Who are you? I spin around looking for the source of the voice, but I don't see anyone talking, or even looking in my direction.
I'm here to help, but before you ask, I can't hear you, so don't bother trying to say anything.
The voice seems to be coming from inside my head. Yeah, but if you can't hear me, that makes communication rather difficult though, doesn't it?
Of course, since I can't hear you, that makes communication rather difficult.
Never mind.
I know you're different from other people. You can see things that others can't.
Thanks for the
That
host,
means we're
Ian,
alike.
Scruff, and Jess. Alike? Yeah, I don't randomly go around speaking inside of other people's heads.
There's a lot more going on here than just a simple murder. Watch your step and trust no one. I'll tell you more as soon as I know it.
I wait for a few seconds, but the voice is gone. No one else seems to have heard it, so I guess it really was all in my head. Ugh, this is getting more troublesome by the minute. First I'm accused of murder, and now some random person is dropping thoughts in my head. Or hey, maybe I'm just going crazy. I should probably be a lot more surprised or freaked out by this turn of events. But the only thing that surprises me right now is how unsurprised I am. I shuffle tiredly into the main area of the coffee shop and sit down, burying my head in my hands.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Really? You've been looking terrible all day. Oh, let me get you something to drink.
Thank you. Chance hurries round to the counter and begins mixing a drink for me. I lean back and take in the smell of the coffee. That's really relaxing.
There you go.
Thank you. She hands me a hot cup brimming full with a hot latte. I take a sip of it and my body suddenly feels alive again. Ugh, the smell, the steam. I seriously doubt I'd be able to function without this stuff. I take another sip and then another, enjoying the flavour and the heat. I feel like I can finally think. Yes, I'm addicted. That was good, and you made it so quickly.
Of course I did. Sometimes things get really busy in here. That counter is designed with everything we need to mix drinks quickly. Of course, if we want to do other things like make sandwiches, that's all in the back kitchen.
Chance looks pretty happy right now. Maybe this is a good time to ask her about that one guy that insulted her. Better find a good way to ask about this, or I might end up with this latte in my face. Okay, I'm gonna go with, do you like your job here? Do you like your job here? Ooh, hello. Tactful choice! I got tact again! Boom! for Joe and tact.
I guess so. Although sometimes it gets pretty tiring.
Tact.
That's how it is with any job, right?
I guess so, but I heard that you once had a lot of trouble with a certain customer here.
Oh yeah, that was a particularly bad day. That jerk was just flaunting his new girlfriend in my face.
New girlfriend?
My
Indeed,
ex-boyfriend broke
Daisy.
up with me here at work by bringing his new girlfriend here and telling me we were over.
Ooh.
He said he didn't want to be with someone who had such unrealistic dreams. Either way, that was a long time ago, and unlike the rumors, it has nothing to do with him insulting my singing voice.
Okay, wow, sorry about that. That's a reasonable reaction to, yeah, that's a reasonable reaction to that situation, I think, throwing hot coffee.
It's fine. It all worked out in the end. Anyway, if you have any more questions, feel free to ask.
Okay, well, I definitely don't suspect her, but I will talk to her, because she's nice. Okie dokes. Do you know anyone called Sarah Blackmore? Do you know anyone called Sarah Blackmore?
I'm sorry, I'm really bad with names. Even if I did know her, I probably couldn't tell you.
What were you doing between 2 and 2:40?
Working, of course. Afternoons like this are always slow, so it's usually just me and the manager. Although my manager is currently out at the store.
Why did your manager go to the store?
We ran out of soy milk. I forgot to restock yesterday and he kinda got mad at me. I had to come out here and clean all the espresso machines as punishment.
Cool. I guess that's all I wanted to talk about for now.
Talk to you later then.
And she didn't say she went back, but... Okay, I want to ask her about Sarah. Okay, what do you do for a living? What do you do for a living?
Why do you want to know?
I'm just curious.
Well, I do a lot of things. Mostly human resources management.
Human resources, as in...
The usual things. Recruiting new blood, organizing and training
She
employees,
would definitely know
writing
Sarah, then.
policies, and the like.
Wow, that's a lot. Do you know anyone named Sarah Blackmore?
I can't say I do. Should I?
Yes. Yes, you should. What were you doing between 2 and 2:40?
Around 2, I think I was finishing up some work in the office. Then I headed out for a late lunch. I usually grab a sandwich and an espresso from this place.
Were you with anyone else at the time?
Of course not. Everyone else had already left for lunch.
What did you order when you got here?
Nothing. I went straight to the restroom, and then I saw you.
Why did you just head straight to the bathroom instead of ordering?
I always wash my hands first. It's filthy to do anything else, and I can't exactly afford to be ill.
Reasonable. Reasonable, but she didn't admit to knowing Sarah. That's all I
Good
need
to
for
know.
now. Okay, talk to dude. It's quiz time! Okie dokes. Do you know anyone named Sarah Blackmore?
Sarah? No, I don't think I do.
Wow, that's possibly the most guilty reaction I've ever seen. This guy would be terrible at poker. What were you doing between 2 and 2:40?
Studying, mostly.
Mostly?
I was also chatting with a friend online. Sometimes I get distracted.
Oh. Dude, I feel you. I feel you! Truth, doubt, lie. Yeah. Well, do you already come here that often?
Of course I do. Why do you ask?
Just curious about this place. Do you know what kind of sandwiches they sell here?
They rotate them. The two for today are tapenade with avocado and turkey and brie.
And see, and how much does a green tea cost?
A shaken green iced tea or a green tea smoothie?
Either?
The shaken green iced tea is only $2.65, but the green tea smoothie is $3.70.
Yes, I was waiting for someone to make the 2:40 dentist joke. No, that's 2:30. Yes, exactly. Okay, that's a good point. That's what you meant. Thanks. Wow, this guy knows the place pretty well, almost uncannily so I guess he really does come here often. I wonder why Chance doesn't recognize him. That's all for now. Okay. Examine. Alright, look into the case. Sure enough, the two specials of the day are tapiende with avocado and turkey with brie. Kazaki was right. Okay. Move to the hallway and talk to Yummy Guy. What should I tell him? Alright, okay. So did you know there's an emergency exit in the men's room?
Yeah, I noticed that. There isn't an alarm on the door either, so it's possible that the murderer escaped through there without being detected.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
If the murderer did go through there, he or she was probably the last person who passed through. It's possible that there was some evidence left behind in there.
Ooh, interesting. Okay, Miss Bergstrom was really evasive about her job. When I asked her about it, she didn't seem to want to tell me much about it. She did say she's in human resources, though.
Is that so? I suppose she's pretty high up on the totem pole, then. I think Sarah was just a secretary with low-level clearance, so it's doubtful they'd have met. Still, it's definitely something worth keeping in mind. Ask around and see if anyone knows anything about Biodev imaging.
Okay. Chance only got violent because the guy was her ex-boyfriend. Turns out she threw hot coffee at him because he broke up with her.
Well, that makes a lot more sense than just attacking some random guy.
Yeah.
But that doesn't change the fact that she has anger issues. Plus, things aren't exactly looking up for her right now.
What do you mean?
I examined the knife in Sarah's chest. It's an industry-grade kitchen knife, and it's part of the set. I'm willing to bet that the rest of the set is in the kitchen here.
You saying that Chance is the one that killed Sarah?
No, I'm saying that whoever stabbed Sarah had access to the kitchen at some point in time. Why? Do you think she did it?
No, but she was the only one that left the coffee shop area. Knife is still there. What do we think? Do we think Chance has something to do with it? Or not? Also, I need to turn the fan off. It's gone chilly. There we go. It's blowing on my bare toes. Not been wearing socks. But I finally stopped tracking cardboard around the house because I vacuumed it all up. Haha. But yes, I don't see the point in wearing socks when I'm just around the house and it's warm. Except if I need to put shoes on. Also, that's probably reduced some harm on the audio. I don't know. I'm gonna need some more tea in a minute as well. I mean, I was asleep, so I didn't see anything. As Bergstrom came in, went straight to the washroom. Kazaki was studying, and Chance went to the kitchen at some point. And there was also this mysterious store manager as well. How long was I asleep in there? Interesting. No one have any strong preferences? Did you do it? Didn't she? I doubt it, but just in case anyone else has any interest, truth, doubt, or lie. Well, we have truth. No, we don't really have that. We have sort of true or false. I'm gonna doubt then. I doubt she had anything to do with this.
What makes you say that?
Well, if I was going to murder someone, I wouldn't do it at my workplace with a weapon that only I have access to. It's ridiculous.
Good point, but she's obviously not the type for premeditated murder. If it's her, it was likely an impulsive decision. If you can find a motive, then we'll be getting somewhere.
Innocent until proven guilty. Yes, very good point, SK. What else should we tell them? No one here has a full alibi. Chance and Kazaki both saw each other for a while, but Chance was in the back kitchen around the time of the murder. She could have slipped away without being seen, or Kazaki could have gone past the kitchen without her noticing. Miss Bergstrom claims she was working at that time, but there's no way to corroborate her story.
So all of them had an opportunity. But what about a means and a motive?
We're all guilty, it's just a question of figuring out what we're guilty of. Fair enough.
We need to figure out why someone would want Sarah dead in the first place.
No one here recognizes the name Sarah Blackmore.
Well, naturally the killer is going to deny knowing her. But if no one here seems to recognize her, she probably didn't want to be known. I wonder what she was hiding.
Alright. I don't really have anything more I can tell you.
I see.
Okay. Move. Let's check out the men's restroom again. Examine room. I look under the counter and dig around through the trash. There's a lot of duct tape in here. It looks like there's a bit of red paint stuck to one of the pieces. At least I think there's red paint. There's also a brown smudge on it. I better not touch any of this. If I leave my fingerprints on it, I'm sunk. Okay, move. Hallway. Talk. Detective Cutie. I found a load of duct tape in the garbage can in the men's room.
Duct tape?
Yeah, a whole bunch of it. Looks like someone used it and dumped it there.
Perhaps the killer used it to restrain Sarah.
Bloody hell. What else should I tell him? No, nothing. I don't really have anything more. Okay.
Alright.
Can we go in there? Nope. Okay, move. Alright, main area.
Hey, Detective.
Ooh. Great. The voice in my head is back.
It looks like you have the most freedom out of everyone right now. See if you can get a better look at the corpse. You might find something useful.
Easy for you to say. Somehow I doubt Gursky will just let me waltz in there.
I'll try to set up a distraction for you.
Great. A distraction? What? Like blowing stuff up with your mind? Oh my god. Before I can think of any more on the subject, a loud crash echoes from the coffee shop.
What happened?
I don't know. It sounds pretty serious though.
Great. Just what I need.
Wow, thanks, random voice. Guess I owe you for this one. Detective Gursky is currently in the main area because of that crash. If I move fast, I can probably get a quick peek at the crime scene again. Move. Ladies' restroom. Examine room. I definitely don't have enough time to read the death, but I can still check the body for clues. There's a tan line on Sarah's wrist, like she was wearing a watch or a bracelet or something. Maybe it came off when she was struggling against her attacker. I look around the room some more, but I can't find any sign of whatever's on Sarah's wrist. Ow! Ow! Cramp! 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 The bathroom looks clean and there are no signs of a struggle at all. Weird. I certainly wouldn't let someone stab me in the front without first putting up some kind of fight. I really shouldn't stay here any longer. Move. Hallway. Let's not get caught. I head back into the hallway. Detective Gursky's nowhere to be seen. Looks like I made it out safely. Whatever happened was enough of a distraction, I guess. Still, it bothers me that my mysterious benefactor seems to know what I'm up to, but only some of the time. If it was someone in here with me, then all my movements would be readily obvious. But it seems more like someone who's getting regular reports on what I've been doing. Someone inside the coffee shop must be communicating with someone on the outside. I need to figure out who it is. I guess I'll have to keep an eye out for someone who's communicating with the outside world frequently, like Kazaki.
Oh, there you are.
Hey.
Something wrong?
No, I was just trying to stay out of the way in case anything bad happens. What's that loud noise anyway?
It's just an accident.
I see. An accident, huh? But I wonder what caused it. Alright. Talk. Nope.
Alright.
Move. I'm gonna look in the men's restroom again. Surprisingly clean. Duct tape. Okay. That doesn't give us any more. I guess we probably could have tried examining the body a third time, but we might have gotten caught, and I didn't want to chance it. Examine. Chance is sitting near me, sending a text to someone on her phone. I wonder what she's saying. The area is small but comfortable. No, I don't want to move. I want to talk. Ow. Okay, I'm going to talk to Kazaki first. What was that loud crash earlier?
Oh, that? Well, I didn't have anything to do, so I decided to help Chance clean up the place. She handed me a tray loaded with dishes, and it was a lot heavier than I thought, so I kinda dropped it.
Interesting. What do you know about Biodev imaging?
Biodev? That's a biological engineering company, isn't it?
Stupid foot cramp. Why is it cramping?
They specialize in body parts like artificial hearts and lungs and such.
Interesting.
But lately, they've expanded their research to trying to grow replacement organs from living cells.
Oh, my hair's gone all fluffy. Very fluffy. Never mind. You sure know a lot?
No. I just happen to know about them because they're a big deal at my school. They funded a good portion of the biomedical engineering program there, so their name is all over the place.
Interesting. That's all for now. Talk to Chance. What was that loud crash earlier?
Oh, that? I just dropped some dishes. I was cleaning up and that guy Kazaki offered to help. When I handed him a tray loaded with dishes, I let go before he had a good grip on it, so it fell. Don't worry, nothing broke.
Interesting.
Oh, that's weird. I really thought he had a grip on that tray, but it slipped anyway. It's almost like he did it on purpose.
Interesting.
Although he's been acting pretty strange all day. Now that I think about it, I think he was watching that woman when she first came in.
Interesting.
As soon as she came in, he kept staring at her. At first I thought he was just being a teenage guy and staring at women, but looking back on it, it seems like he was observing her.
Interesting.
Do you think I should have reported him?
No, it's not a crime to look at another person. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Besides, didn't you say that the murderer's probably run away by now?
That's right. I guess I'm overthinking this. Thanks.
What do you know about Biodev imaging?
I think they have something to do with medical stuff, but I'm not sure.
Who are you texting?
Huh? Oh, my boyfriend.
Didn't he break up with you?
That was a different boyfriend.
Ah, right. Sorry.
This one's a lot better. He's much smarter, and he gives me anything I ask for. Even if he's a little bit older than me, I still love him.
Sounds more like she picked up a sugar daddy rather than a boyfriend. Don't judge.
I'm telling him everything that happened today so he can comfort me and help me feel better.
Are you sure it's okay to just tell him about it?
Of course it is. I wouldn't be able to stay this calm otherwise.
Yeah, but you're kind of at a crime scene. I'm fairly certain the police wouldn't want you broadcasting the details of a murder before they even solve it. Don't you think you're being a little too reliant on him? You're making it sound like you can't cope on your own.
You'll understand one day when you get a girlfriend of your own.
What?
You've never dated anyone before, have you?
It does seem like a good deal, Daisy, but I don't know. One-sided relationships are not good. I was reading... What was I reading? I was rereading Fifth Gender by Gail Carriger again, and the protagonist was just so happy because his partner just loved him the way that he is, and him being him was just exactly what they needed. And I thought that was kind of perfect. Well, no, but...
Then you don't know what it's like.
Well, yes, okay, it's fun for a little bit. Just a little bit. Then it's boring. I like challenge. Fair enough. She's definitely telling someone about what's going on here, but somehow I doubt her boyfriend is the one giving me random hints. I suppose I should keep looking. Okay, guess that's all I want to talk about for now.
Talk to you later, then.
Talk to Miss Bergstrom. go with what was a crash. What was that loud clash earlier?
Just those two kids dropping a pile of dishes all over the floor.
At least the
Honestly,
stories
it gave
match
me
up.
such a fright. I thought my heart was about to leap out of my chest. It's a miracle that no one was hurt. I noticed that boy pushed the girl out of the way just in time. He had some quick reflexes.
What do you know about Biodev imaging?
Plenty, seeing as I work there. We're a medical group that creates artificial organs. There's a huge demand for organ implants, but there are very few available donors, and compatibility is always an issue. We make things like artificial lungs and bionic hearts.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
It's more than impressive. We're saving lives.
Okay.
I hope it helped.
Has Kazaki got anything more? Nah. Okay. Miss Bergstrom is working away on her smartphone, firing off one email after another. She must be pretty serious about her job. Let me talk to her. Who are you emailing?
Why do you want to know?
I'm just curious. I'm just kind of surprised you're working at a time like this.
The world doesn't stop spinning just because one person died.
Well, yikes, that's a cold outlook. Even if it is accurate.
If you must know, I'm emailing some partners in Germany, finishing a draft of a new policy for some of my coworkers, and rearranging my schedule to make up for a meeting I'm missing right now.
You sound busy.
I am. So, if you could leave me alone, I'd really appreciate it.
Right, sorry. Well, she's definitely writing a lot. She clearly isn't paying any attention to anything other than anything that's going on here. I suppose Miss Business isn't the one spying on me. Better keep looking.
Good to know.
Well, I'm kind of thinking it's Kazaki. He's working on his computer. Does this guy ever take a break from homework? He keeps pausing. It looks more like he's chatting on an instant messenger. Oh my god, it took 3 attempts to get to this point. Interesting. Yes, let's talk to Kazaki. Who are you chatting with online?
Who? My sister?
Your sister?
Yeah, she and I are really close, so I always go to her for advice. I just needed someone to talk to. It's not weird, is it?
Of course not. It makes sense. You want to talk to family when something like this happens.
Do you have a sister too?
Not exactly.
Not exactly. So are you an only child then?
My sister died 3 years ago.
I'm so sorry.
It's fine. It's not like it was your fault or anything.
If it's not too personal a question, can I ask what happened?
She was shot once in the chest. Oh, she was the dead body at the beginning. She died of a collapsed lung long before the paramedics arrived.
Did they ever catch the guy who shot her?
No.
I'm sorry.
Just forget I said anything, okay? Okay.
Alright then.
Okay. Alright, Detective Cutie.
Hey, Detective. I heard you were asking around about someone named Sarah Blackmore. She's the victim, isn't she? I did some research, and it looks like she has an interesting history. In fact, I think I know why she was killed.
The voice sounds kind of Russian.
The rumors among various sources say she's a corporate spy. She steals and sells top secret information. There are a lot of big-name companies after her for what she's done. Her last job was at Otten Engineering, a company that specializes in growing organs from living cells.
Oh, interesting. Organs from living cells. Isn't that what Biodev imaging is working on? Uh-oh, I see a pattern.
She resigned recently, saying she was pursuing a new direction in her life, but I'm guessing it's only because she obtained whatever information she was looking for. If she was supposed to meet up with someone to hand over information, she should have it with her, probably on
Maybe
a
that's
secure
what was on her
USB.
wrist. Oh, thanks for the host, Leaky.
It'll likely be disguised as something else that she can always keep on her person, like a keychain. If you can find it,
I'm thinking
you'll probably
bracelet.
have your murderer.
Because you can disguise it like a smartwatch thing. I guess I'll have to keep an eye out for something that looks like a disguised USB drive. Like, that'll be easy. I can't help but feel uneasy about this, though. My mysterious information source is being very generous. Somehow I don't think this person is just doling out information for free. There must be an ulterior motive. Save. Empty slots. Okay, we are just going to have a quick tea break because I'm out. I'll be back momentarily. And I'm back. And I have a chocolate bar. Well, I have a whisper. It is a chocolate bar. I'm just being more claritative. Ooh, we have a sketch gallery and a music room. That's interesting. Whisper! Yeah. The bar that sparked 1,000 debates. What's the ulterior motive, do we think? Okay. Chance say that Kazaki was watching Sarah?
Watching her? Like a stalker or something?
I guess. Yeah, chocolate! Yes, everyone should get a chocolate bar now.
I wonder why she didn't mention this before.
Yes, real sugar, sorry. She said she just remembered.
Interesting. If he was watching her, then he probably knows something. But since he came here first, he must have been expecting her to come here. That means she definitely came here to meet someone. Try to find out how he knows about that.
And how will I figure that out?
Well, why don't you just ask him?
Daisy wins. Whisper Gold beats Plain Whisper, hands down. Really?
I get the feeling you'll get something interesting if you ask.
I think Sarah is a corporate spy.
Really? What makes you think that?
I did some research on her. I borrowed Kazaki's computer and looked her up online. Oh no, poor Daisy. You've been cat blocked. Or should it be chocolate blocked by the cat?
And?
She used to work at Auton Engineering, a company that specialized in growing organs from cells. And Biodev Engineering is currently trying to expand to do the same thing. She just resigned from Auton Engineering and now she's working for Biodev. You said yourself she was just a secretary. So clearly she's not working for these companies because she has a specific skill set needed for this line of work. She's probably after something that Biodev Imaging has.
That's one possibility.
One possibility?
The key here is to figure out who she's working for. For instance, she could have been working for Biodev Imaging.
That's what I was
stealing
thinking.
information from Auton Engineering. If it's like that, then this could be a move by Auton Engineering to retrieve information before it winds up with Biodev Imaging. Or, conversely, she could have been working for Auton Engineering and stealing information from Biodev Imaging.
Also possibly.
In that case, anyone from Biodev Imaging now becomes a primary suspect.
I feel like she's meeting Kazaki and the student thing is just a cover, and he researched the cafe in case anyone asked him questions. But he's also communicating with someone that has a psychic power that can talk to us. It's got to be him. It's You almost thought the game broke? But yes, it is a weird mystery game. I like weird mystery games. Weird, intriguing stories, that's just my thing.
Of course, that doesn't rule out other motives, but this seems like the most logical one. Corporations like this are cutthroat at best. It's always a race to see who can get results the fastest so they can get a larger market share or government grants.
Oh, Evans Remains. Oh, interesting. Oh, I might stream that one then. I might stream that one if it's a weird mystery game. Weird mystery game's my bang, baby. Or my bag, or whatever it is Austin Powers says that I just hilariously misquoted.
Rather than work together, they do whatever it takes to get ahead of the competition. And when they can't be vindicated through lawsuits and manipulation of the laws, they'll resort to darker practices.
Like Moida.
Looks like it's time to learn more about Auton Engineering.
I like a good story. I do like a good story.
Keep digging.
Yes, boss. Move. Main area. Examine. Okay, alright. Talk. Let's just confront Kazaki. So, why were you following Sarah around?
What? I wasn't following her. We just happened to come in here at the same time.
Strange. When I mentioned her name earlier, you didn't even know who she was. Looks like I've got him cornered. Should I keep pushing or play nice? I'm gonna go with... You tell me what happened, maybe I can help you.
I'm really not allowed to talk about it.
Helping hand, bleep bloop. Why can't you talk about Sarah? Kazaki glances around the room before he speaks.
It's not safe. I'm probably already in trouble just for telling you that much.
He leans in and lowers his voice.
Please, be careful.
If you think I'm just gonna let it end with that, you're wrong. In case you haven't noticed, someone's dead, and you might have information that can help us figure out who the killer is. I am not gonna accept some ridiculous answer like I can't talk about it right now.
But I...
No excuses? I grab Kazaki by the collar of his shirt and drag him into the side hallway.
Whoa, where are you two going?
The bathroom? I glare at Kazaki and he nods quickly in agreement.
Yeah, just going to the bathroom.
You're going in a pair? I thought only women did that sort of thing.
Just let us go.
Fine, go ahead. Just don't do anything stupid. I don't have enough handcuffs for everyone.
Warning duly noted. I open the door to the bathroom and Kazaki follows me in timidly.
I'm not allowed.
Not allowed? Someone is dead, Kazaki? Do you not comprehend this? I don't care if you have some embarrassing secret, or you made a promise, or it's a matter of pride or something like that. Where the bloody hell is this accent from? It's gone a bit northern. It's definitely not Welsh. But, you know, this is why people come for the strange mutating accents, right? All I cared about is figuring out who killed this woman. So stop being so damn stubborn and just tell me what you know. Oh, right, I've gone pure Scottish now. Okay, right. I told you it would go Scottish at some point. I said Northern. It sounds Northern Irish before, but now it sounds Edinburgh. Well, you would know best, Daisy. You have more of a experience with Northern accents. It was supposed to be Welsh. I was tasked with Welsh. It did not work out very well. But I've travelled around a lot, clearly, as this character has travelled around a lot in America. Are you going to talk or not? Kazaki stares down at his hands before letting out a long sigh.
Art and engineering.
What about them?
They're my current employer.
Current?
I work for an agency that specializes in information and investigation. I suppose you could call us private investigators. Sarah Blackmore recently stole some sensitive and important data from Art and Engineering. We were hired to retrieve it and find out who was buying it from her in the first place. We figured the drop point would be here, so I came here ahead of time to watch the handoff. At first, I thought you were supposed to be her contact, so I didn't want to tell you anything.
I was asleep, dude. Does Detective Gursky know about this?
I think he has a rough idea. Our agency has had dealings with the police before. I don't think he approves of our methods very much, though.
Methods?
Well, we may or may not use techniques branded as unscrupulous. Specifically concerning the manner in which we receive certain information from various electronic sources.
You hackers.
What? No, of course not. Well, I'm not, at least. I'm the footwork guy. I do a lot of the physical investigation, like coming here today.
I suppose your agency is really in a state of panic right now, huh?
Yeah, we're really scrambling right now. Even though Sarah's dead, we still don't know who she was selling to or where the USB drive holding the information is.
Seems like everyone's after that USB drive. I wonder what she even stole anyway. It must be a pretty big deal for people to want it this badly.
Can I go now?
What?
I really should get back. People might start getting suspicious otherwise.
Sure, you can go.
Thanks.
Wow, what an odd kid. He seems much too polite and awkward for this line of work. Well, it's the perfect cover, isn't it? Yeah, exactly. Then again, I suppose his awkwardness makes him seem less suspicious. I wonder how he even got roped into doing stuff like this in the first place. It doesn't seem like something you'd randomly volunteer for. Okay, one more exam. Surprisingly clean pile of duct tape. Okay, move. Hallway. Talk. Detective Cutie. Nope.
Keep digging.
Okay, move. Ladies' restroom. Nope. Move. Main area.
Hey, can we talk about something for a bit?
Sure, what's up?
Well, I don't really know if it's my place to say it, but I think I know who the killer is.
You do?
I've been thinking about what happened, you see, and there's something we missed. We keep thinking that it has to be someone here, but what if it's none of us?
What do you mean?
Well, even though I got here at 2 o'clock, what if the killer got here before me? He could have been hiding in the bathroom and I'd never know it.
Maybe the duct tape was used to tape open the lock on the fire door so that they could get in through the fire door. No one would have even seen.
There's an exit door in the men's room. He could have used that to escape after he killed that woman.
Well, that's what we were thinking earlier, but at the same time it seems a little far-fetched that the killer is just a random person who hid in the bathroom. I'm going to go with, that's a good idea, you're probably right.
I'm glad you think so. I was worried that it might not make any sense.
Because I'd rather she thought that started worrying about everyone. Okay, talk to Bergstrom. What do you know about auto engineering?
Those 2-bit scientists? They couldn't deduce their way out of a paper bag. Everyone in the industry knows that all they do is manipulate the government to make laws and hand out grants in their favor. If they spent half the time they spend on bribing politicians on doing something useful like research, they'd probably have the cure for cancer by now.
I see you're not a fan.
Companies like Biodev Imaging are trying to do some real good, but we have to keep playing games with Otten Engineering just to get a place on the map. It's utterly ridiculous.
Interesting. Oops.
I see.
Okay, talk to Kazaki. What do you know about auto engineering?
They're the leaders in the industry, but some people claim they steal ideas from other companies. On the flip side, Otten Engineering has claimed repeatedly that other companies steal from them. In fact, they were just about to make a pretty big announcement, but it was suddenly pushed back for some reason. Personally, I think they're just a target of criticism because they're the biggest. They may not be perfect, but they're no worse than any other company.
Okay. Talk to... What do you know about art and engineering?
Is it a car company?
Never mind.
Okay.
Okay, talk. Try Bergstrom again. Nope.
I see.
This is reminding me very much of sort of like Phoenix Wright Sans court scenes. I've heard mixed reviews about art and engineering.
How so?
Miss Bergstrom claims they do nothing more than manipulate the laws and bribe politicians. She's clearly not impressed by their business practices.
No surprise there. She has a major stake in a rival company, after all. What about the others?
Kazaki says that Auto Engineering has come under fire for stealing from other companies, but they claim they're the one being stolen from.
Naturally. And what does Chance think about all of this?
She thinks it's a car company.
Oh.
Yeah.
Keep digging.
I don't really have much more I can dig on. I guess we just... Oh! Why are you in the men's bath? Well, because the ladies has a dead body in it. As I enter the bathroom, I nearly run into Miss Bergstrom. Why didn't I see her go in? I was standing right outside the door. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Miss Bergstrom shifts uncomfortably and fiddles with her watch for a moment. What are you doing in here anyway?
Well, I had to use the restroom, and the women's one is off limits, naturally. Don't worry, I'm done.
Do you mind if I ask you a question?
I suppose it depends on the question.
I was just wondering why you decided to work for Biodev Imaging. It seems like it's really important to you.
When I was younger, my father passed away due to heart failure. It was genetic, and there was nothing we could do to stop it. I wished there was a way to save him, but there wasn't any viable technology at the time. I work for Biodev Imaging because we're doing things for people. We're saving lives.
It's noble.
If no one else has to go through what I went through, I'll be happy. But even though we're doing our best, big companies like Otten Engineering are only in it for the money. I can't stand those greedy people who have nothing but their own interests at heart. I will never forgive them.
She sighs sadly and shakes her head.
I suppose that's just how the business world works, though. Kill or be killed, no?
Yeesh, I guess, but that's depressing. Yeah. It's a red chip of something. Brown stain. We can't see the fire door, so we don't know what colour it is. Move. Ladies, nope. Talk. Nope.
Keep digging.
Okay, move. Main area. Examine. Nope. Talk. Running out of things to do. No.
Talk to you later then.
I hope it helped.
Cool.
What the crap am I supposed to do now? I've talked to everyone.
Hey, Detective.
Oh, we just move around until it triggers. Oh hey, the disembodied voice is back! It's been a while, I was starting to get worried.
I'm afraid I don't have much more I can offer you. You're on the inside, so you have all the keys. I know you've seen more than the rest of us can see. Try to remember. The last piece of the puzzle is there. Good luck.
Good luck. That's it. Not sure whether or not I should be offended that my mystery friend seems to have ditched me. But the truth is that even if I only have a fragment of Sarah's death, it's a lot more than anything else we've got right now. I shut my eyes and focus on the last thoughts that Sarah had. I can't breathe. I can't open my mouth. There's something on my face that's stopping me from breathing. That could be the duct tape. Is it a gag? No, it's actually holding my mouth shut. It's tape. I can smell it. The flower scent of the bathroom is strong, but it smells like duct tape. I twist my hands, but they're also taped together. I wonder if the red thing on the tape is part of the USB key. There's someone here with me, someone holding me down while I'm struggling. I can feel fingernails digging into my skin. One of them bends as it digs into me. I twist around and I can feel it snap against my skin. That's it, that's the missing piece. I rush to the bathroom and quickly look in the trash can. Sure enough, there it is, stuck to the pile of duct tape. The thing I thought was a bit of red paper is actually a broken fingernail. The smudge next to it must be blood. I have my proof. I know who the killer is. I need to speak with Detective Gursky. I head back into the hallway, but he's nowhere to be found. I can hear his voice. I find Detective Gursky in the main area, taking down everyone's contact information. Detective!
Whoa, hey, I'm just getting everyone's number so we can call you later on.
No need for that, I figured it out.
Really?
Really? All the eyes in the room are suddenly focused on me.
What?
You mean you know who the killer is?
You figured it out?
Well, I figured out the major bits at least.
Well, you're going to need to fill in the gaps before you try to sell this as the absolute truth, but I'm willing to listen. Let's go over what we know, starting with the timeline. You arrived around noon, so you were here before everyone else.
Right.
Of the rest of the people here, who arrived at the coffee shop first?
Well, Chance arrived before Sarah. When did Kazaki arrive? Because I was asleep. How am I supposed to know? But we had the timeline. Kazaki. It's Kazaki.
Didn't Chance say she saw Kazaki come in?
Oh,
He couldn't
damn
have been
it.
at first.
Ah, yeah, I didn't mean that. It was Chance. It was Chance. You came in around 2:30 to work, right?
Sure did.
Alright, who came in
Then
after her?
came Kazaki. I wasn't quite sure who came in. There we are. Then was it Kazaki. He even saw Chance cleaning all the espresso machines after she argued with her manager.
That's right. The manager sounded pretty angry with her. He said she messes up like this too often.
Oops.
Alright, and after Kazaki, who came in?
That was, Sarah. It was the victim, Sarah. Chance and Kazaki both saw her come in.
And after that, but sometime before 2:40, Sarah was murdered. Then Miss Bergstrom came in and found you with the body.
Yeah, and then there was all the yelling and accusing and all of that stuff.
So how was the victim killed?
She was suffocated.
With what?
The duct tape. The culprit used it to bind her as well as to seal her mouth and nose. After she died, the killer removed all the duct tape and threw it away in the men's room.
That makes sense. But what about the knife?
It was meant to incriminate Chance. The culprit overheard her argument with the manager, so he or she knew the kitchen would be empty. After Sarah died, the culprit removed all the tape, snuck into the kitchen, stole a knife, and stabbed Sarah with it.
So who do you think the true culprit is?
Who's the murderer? Red fingernails. I mean... I'm going to accuse Miss Bergstrom, but only because it looks like she's got long fingernails. I remember thinking that Chance had sort of pretty pink fingers. Pretty pink fingernails. And, well, Kazaki's had their hands in their pockets the entire time, but... It was you, Detective Gursky! What does everyone else think, based off the information that we have? You know nothing, Dan. Fair enough. I mean, that's pretty much where I'm going. She was very quick to accuse me, even though I was literally just could have found the body, but she went straight to murder. I'm going to go with it was Miss Bergstrom.
Are you sure about that?
No. Yes, I'm positive.
What? That makes no sense.
Look at her
Why would I
pretty
do
red
something like
fingernails.
that?
Ooh. Sarah stole from Biodev. No, Sarah stole from Auton. There we go. Sarah stole from Auton Engineering for you, but something went wrong with the deal.
You think I'd do something as dirty as hiring a corporate spy?
I glance over at Kazaki, but doesn't make eye contact. Well, let's put it this way. I have testimony that Sarah did, in fact, steal information from Auton Engineering. And considering the situation, I believe that she came here to deliver that information. The USB drive that held the information is nowhere to be found, which leads me to believe that whomever she was supposed to meet with did meet up with her. Biodev is still a new face in the live cell marketplace. I'm sure a little kickstart from the competition's research files couldn't hurt. You're the only person in here with ties to Biodev. Do you wish to deny asking Sarah to steal information for you?
In case you forgot, I was the last person in. Sarah was already dead by the time I got here.
Yeah, but that wasn't your first time here today. You came here before Chance arrived. Yay! Go, 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 go before she comes back! You come here often enough that you know when her shift starts, so you came in before she did, so she wouldn't see you. You hid in the bathroom to wait for Sarah. When you heard Chance and her manager arguing, you suddenly got the idea to frame Chance. You knew the manager and Chance would be both out of the kitchen, so it was a golden opportunity to plant evidence that only Chance should have had access to. You killed Sarah as planned and then removed the duct tape, planted the knife and escaped through the door in the men's room.
That sounds like a solid theory, but then why did she bother to come back? Isn't it more incriminating for her to return?
And that's what's been bothering me for a long time, but I thought about it and I finally understood why she come back. You false nails.
What?
I found one in the bathroom already stuck to that huge pile of duct tape that you used to kill Sarah. She fought hard when you restrained her and your nail broke off in the struggle. Ooh, unfortunately you didn't notice until after you had escaped. You replaced it with a new one, but then you noticed that you were bleeding. The police would now have your DNA as proof that you were the murderer. With Sarah's line of work and her recent job, they were bound to consider you as a suspect at some point in time. You knew you had to get rid of it immediately. You couldn't return for the emergency exit, so you had to take a chance and come in from the front. Unfortunately, when you came back inside, I'd already discovered the body, so you decided to try and frame me instead. Jennifer stands in shock for a few seconds. With a sudden burst of energy, she pushes me aside and races for the door.
Wait!
Kazaki races after her and grabs her by the wrist.
Let go of me!
Kazaki looks very much like a... I don't know. She spins around and slaps him in the face. He winces and stumbles back a few steps. Like a weedy college kid, but clearly got some muscle in him. Are you alright?
I'm fine.
Miss Bergstrom is already heading towards the front door, but Detective Gursky steps in her path.
That's enough.
She skids to a halt and desperately searches the room for another exit, but I'm already blocking her passage to the hallway. She sighs and shakes her head resignedly.
I'm such a fool. Running is the biggest proof of guilt, no? I suppose I should have seen this coming. Fine. I confess.
Yay!
It's just as you said.
She pulls up her sleeve and unstraps the watch around her wrist.
This is the USB drive. Everything on it belongs to
Told you it was a wrist
engineering.
thingy. Detective Gursky takes it from her with a nod. Why did you even do it in the first place?
That greedy woman came to me today saying that someone else had offered her even more money for the information that I hired her to steal. She said that I'd have to pay a much higher price if I was still interested, and that I should meet her here to make the exchange. People like her are the reason the world is hurting so much. Because of her greed, dying people are being denied the care they need. She got what she deserved.
Well, if Orton had the information and they were going to release it, surely you're the one, by stealing it, that's denying people the cure. How can you say that?
What?
You have no right to decide who deserves to live and who deserves to die. You spoke so fondly of saving lives and doing good in this world, but you were so quick to shed the blood of another. You say that it's for the greater good, but was it really? But it was really just for yourself, wasn't it?
I just thought that...
Her voice trails off. I open my eyes slowly, struggling to maintain my composure. I know you were doing this for doing the right thing, but there is nothing in this world that will make the weight of killing someone go away. You're going to spend the rest of your life with that burden, desperately trying to find a way to make the guilt disappear. I'm sorry. Outside the window, a police car with flashing lights pulls up. God, they took the damn time. I've already solved the case. It only took me 2 hours. Detective Gursky pulls out a pair of handcuffs and snaps them gently on Miss Bergstrom's wrist before leading her outside. I sink down into a chair and lean back. I feel so drained. I wish I could just go to sleep and not wake up for at least a year. Kazaki?
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, actually, my name is Naoki.
Naoki. Naoki, huh? You look different.
That's sort of the point. Of a disguise, I mean.
Ah, so they come in lots as Naoki. Which is why Chance didn't recognize them. Disguise. He may have changed his appearance, but he doesn't seem to have changed his personality at all. It looks like the whole shy guy thing wasn't an act. In fact, I think he seems even shyer now. Was there something you wanted?
Yes, actually. We need to talk.
About what?
We have a little bit of a problem with this case.
A problem? What do you mean?
Well, the job I was originally given was to
we've
retrieve
got a hat
the
now.
USB drive and to find who wanted the information from engineering in the first place.
The police have the USB drive now, so it's as good as safe. And Miss Bergstrom already confessed to hiring Sarah. What's the problem?
Miss Bergstrom said that Sarah claims someone else was interested. If this third party really is after the info, we need to know.
A third party is involved. I suppose that would explain why Sarah had an ID for Biodev imaging. She was likely hired to steal research from them as well. Still, all this corporate backstabbing doesn't really have anything to do with me, and I'd like to get away from this place as soon as possible. Well, all of this is very interesting, but I don't see why you're bothering to tell me any of this.
We think your ability might be useful in figuring out the third party.
I quickly glance around the coffee shop. Everyone else has gone already, but I lower my voice anyway. How do you know about that?
You're not the only one with extra abilities, you know.
So you...
I have a perfect memory. I remember everything around me. Sights, sounds, smells, everything. Once I experience it, I remember it forever.
So earlier when I asked you what this place sells, to see if you really were a regular customer here.
I lied. I've never been to this coffee
Thought
shop
so.
before in my life. I can recite the entire menu for you if you want, though.
That wouldn't be necessary. I suppose I should have been suspicious when you answered so specifically. A normal customer would say something like $1 or $2 rather than give an exact price.
It's really useful for missions where I have to follow and observe.
I suppose I've just have you to thank for the voice in my head giving me information about Sarah as well.
Actually, that was my boss.
Your boss? So you're the one that was leaking information about me. All that time chatting online, you were just telling your boss what I was up to?
Guilty as charged. But it really would be a good thing if you could work with us.
How do they know what my ability is though?
Would that be okay with you?
I don't know. I'd really rather have as little to do with this as possible. And honestly, I don't know why your boss thinks you need my help anyway.
You've got it all wrong, Detective.
Aki!
At the entrance of the cafe stands a figure stunningly similar to Naki. Well, except for a couple of obvious differences. So when he said he was talking to his sister, he wasn't lying. Interesting. A young girl trails at her side, peering cautiously into the cafe at me. Aki, am I to assume you're the boss that Naki speaks of?
Guilty as charged.
She smirks as she looks over me, sizing me up.
It would really mean a lot if you agreed to work with us. But just so you're clear, we don't need your help. You need ours.
Oh, come on! Good job, detective. Solve the mystery. Boom. That was good. That was one of the quicker ones, I have to say. Obviously Shiba Inu took like 8 hours to get through the story. The first time. Winter's Daydream, we did an hour and a bit, and there was probably at least another hour or so after that. But that one didn't have any choices really, I don't think. I think that was just one playthrough. And I'm trying to think. Strawberry Shortcake. Lack of autosave, yeah. That is a thing, isn't it? I think Strawberry Shortcake, did I that, yes. That, oh, well, yeah, but okay. That was my first stream on Mixer. My second stream was my first stream on Twitch, and I spent half the stream talking. Not talking in the game, just talking. So that one did do that was 2 episodes. Not Strawberry Shortcake. Strawberry Vinegar. Thanks, Jesse. Strawberry Shortcake is a doll that I had when I was a kid. Strawberry Vinegar. Also a very good game. But yes, that did take longer than it should have because I was yapping away. But that was a good solid 7-ish hours. You just lost an hour and a half to redo a boss fight? Oh, that's horrible, Dan. I mean, do you have to physically save them? Because I would just be saving all over the place. Or is there like a waypoint where where you save it? When there's no autosave, I'm obsessively saving, except in visual novels. I only save if I have to pause just in case. Because I've had way too many games that when I've paused and my controller's gone to sleep, it's like stuck me in the game and I don't want to lose my spot. There are save locations to visit, fair enough. But yeah, so that one is definitely shorter of a thing. Ooh, hey, we've got an epilogue. Okay, so we're going to do the epilogue. Let me just have a look at the sketch gallery. Okay, and there's a music room, which I'm less fussed about. Though, to be fair, it was nice music. Alright, so let's play the epilogue.
Hey, it's me. I'm afraid I couldn't get the USB that you wanted.
Gobsmacked!
There was a little bit of complication with the handoff. Some woman from Biodev killed Sarah before I could get to her, and the police confiscated the USB as evidence. Yeah, I know. I do have something that might cheer you up, though. I think I ran into someone you've been looking for.
Oh my god! So that was a thing. So she was obviously not texting her sugar daddy, or maybe she was, but also her sugar daddy was the other buyer. And who does she want? She wants me. And I still don't know how to pronounce my own name. I still don't have a name, to be perfectly honest. Okay, let's have a look achievement-wise. So we got 4 out of 12. We got try to reason, be tactful, offer to help, and solve the mystery. This is effectively the happy path. There are apparently 8 secret achievements. That's unhelpful. Let me have a quick look on TA. So we can argue, no patience for fools, withhold information. Oh. Get straight to the point. Pressure. Get the wrong culprit. Killer got away. Get arrested ourselves. And apparently also die from drinking coffee. If we're looking at the achievement list and not really looking too much into it as to what is there. So obviously opposite choices to what we did. Yeah, okay, so a little over 2 hours for a playthrough. If we do complete opposites, then it's new dialogue, and I don't really want to spend another 2 hours. So what I think I'm just going to do is probably okay, I'm just going to have a look at the coffee. And of course, the only achievement guides are videos. Video is not a guide. Oh, hello, no, there's a written guide, okay. So if we examine the room a 3rd time, we probably would have gotten arrested. We can accuse the detective. That would be quite funny. If you say it was someone else, the killer got away. Okay, alright. Come on, I want to know how you died by coffee. I'm not sure. I think it seems to be based on choices. Yeah. Okay. Alright. So, don't drink the coffee is you try and make Chance seem innocent while not aiding the detective as much. And then Chance tries to merge you with the coffee. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Ooh, I got gifted a sub. Yes, sorry. Bye Daisy. Thanks for coming along. I'm going to finish here now anyway, I think. I'm going to play the rest of this through on my own. I think we've seen all of the story, and it doesn't seem like the dialogue really changes that much. It just depends on what you answer. So, as to what ending you get. But I got a good ending, so I feel like I gave this a good go. I highly recommend everyone pick this up. It's like £4. It's not that expensive. It is part of a trilogy, as I mentioned at the beginning, so hopefully they bring now the other two. But yeah, so I hopefully will be back tomorrow with some Overcooked if everyone's up for it. If not, I might sneak in some more Zero Time Dilemma. Why do I always have a hiccup in the middle of my end speech? I don't know, it's really annoying. So yeah, so I will be back tomorrow with something. I'm hoping it's Overcooked because I love that. If not, I'll do some Zero Time because we've got some alternate endings to get in and to try and unlock some more scenes, get some knowledge. And then on Thursday, I'm going to be playing the latest Artifacts Mundi game with Paul, hopefully. Oh, I'm sorry, Ross. It was a shorter game than I expected, or a shorter playthrough than I expected. You've literally arrived for the sign off. I'm sorry. It was a good game though. I really enjoyed it. It was definitely an intriguing story. I do like it when it's got a good story. So yeah, so I was just saying that hopefully we'll be playing some Overcooked 2 tomorrow. And then yeah, Thursday, the new Artifacts Mundi, which is something about families and poison. Not entirely sure. More pointing and clicking, which will be good. And that's all I've got planned, but that doesn't mean that's all there are. Though Daisy and I are doing an escape room on Saturday, I believe. So unless I do like an early afternoon morning stream on Saturday, there probably won't be one. We'll see. Maybe I'll fit something in before Jesse, but I will liaise with him to find out what's going on, because you know there's always time for more Zero Time, and I assume as much as I am, everyone else is stuck inside, so you know, more streams the better. Oh, though Reese did say that he was going to be doing some more streams, so yes, check out Reese. I think I did a shout out at the beginning, but I'm going to do another one. There we go. So Reese is going to be streaming more. Ross will be back at some point as well. I believe late Friday is the next one, hopefully, but there may be some more surprises. And obviously Jesse, Radical Sniper 99. Also with lots of streams. Basically, if you look on my homepage, there's like a whole bunch of people featured. just, you know, follow everyone there. It's all good. Yeah, Friday night at latest. Cool. So yeah, but for now, I've been Jo, otherwise known as Angel SK. Thank you so much for watching. I just really appreciate the company and the support. You've all been awesome. But I'm gonna go. Bid you good night.